8 now comes to the campus of the University of Wisconsin in Madison for the first qualifying race of the 2003 Ironman season, the 2002 Ironman Wisconsin. And here's 1994 Ironman world champion Greg Welsh.
Yesterday, this stadium was filled with enthusiastic Badger fans as they cheered on the University of Wisconsin's football team. But today, Badgertown turns into Ironman Town with over 1,800 athletes from 46 countries taking on this Ironman triathlon. It's also the host of the inaugural Ironman Collegiate Championship with over 180 athletes from 82 different universities and colleges. We're here in Madison, the site of the 2002 Ironman Wisconsin.
DBR pro and age group athletes alike will be competing to capture one of the coveted 80 qualifying slots for the 25th anniversary World Championship race in Kona, Hawaii this October. As night turns to dawn, the lights of the Capitol Dome help illuminate the first competitors who arrive at 5 a.m. The earliest to arrive are some of the 180-plus athletes from 82 colleges and universities around the US participating in the inaugural Ironman Collegiate Championship. The Collegiate Championship will feature competition in both individual and team categories. As the early morning tension builds, competitors from ages 18 to 80 go about their duties getting ready for what has come to be called the day. One of the first pros to arrive is 29-year-old Australian Chris Lee. Chris won the inaugural Ironman California in 2000. Jamie Cleveland from Canada had his Ironman victory at Ironman Florida in 2000. Jamie now lives in Austin, Texas. Having only competed in triathlon for 4 years, Californian Chris Lieto is looking for his first Ironman title. Local favourite Heather Golnick is in her rookie year as an Ironman pro. Yoko Okuda of Japan won Ironman Japan 2 years ago and was 4th there last year. 38-year-old Ironman legend Wendy Ingram has finished in the top 10 times at the World Championships in Hawaii. Cicely Tynan is an Action News meteorologist for WPVI in Philadelphia. Andrew Rankin had a promising football career ahead of him at Indiana State when he discovered he had leukemia.
I'm very, very thankful for what the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society has done for people with my disease. The cure rates have gone through the roof since the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society came on board and started their fundraising programs. The amount of money that they've raised is just an awesome amount of money. And it all goes directly into research and patient aid. So without them being there, without that being my support group, I wouldn't be here.
As the early morning spectators gather at the base of the Capitol to get a good view of the start, the 1,800-plus athletes from 25 countries around the world head to the water's edge of Lake Monona in anticipation of the off. Watching the start, we can now join Greg Welsh.
The competitors have been anticipating this moment for quite some time as race day has finally dawned upon us. They've been up from the wee hours of this morning also putting the final touches on their preparation. Well, the weather today at the moment, a cool, crisp 48 degrees with the winds out of the northwest at 6 miles an hour. They're also going to go away for calm wind conditions today. Top temperatures 67 degrees, should be a perfect day for racing.
What a gorgeous morning as the sun just lifts over the horizon to give an amber colour to the water and the eager faces of the competitors. Due to the 69-degree temperature of the water, all of the athletes will be wearing wetsuits as they swim their 2 laps in Lake Monona this morning. At precisely 7 a.m, the Civil War cannon signals the start of the inaugural Ironman Wisconsin. And And you know, no matter how many times you see it, the start of an Ironman is one of the most exciting sights in all of sport. An expected 50,000 spectators will cheer these athletes to the waters of Lake Monona for the 2.4-mile swim, then line the roads through Verona, Mount Horeb, Mount Vernon and Cross Plains. The 112-mile bike ride winds its way through farmlands. And then they will be on the streets of Madison as the competitors complete the 26.2 miles run. Number 9, Bernd Zullner from Germany has taken the lead. But right behind him, on number 10, Glenn Flint. Number 20, Chris Lieto. And number 2, Jamie Cleveland. For the elite athletes, this day will end in a little over 8 hours, but others will be fighting the 17-hour cutoff at midnight. Leading the women is Wendy Ingram, who holds over 11 Ironman swim records around the world. Now at the first turn buoy, Canadian Glenn Flint has passed Zullner and is increasing his lead over a chase group. Wendy Ingram in the blue swim cap is maintaining her lead and staying in a comfortable position in the men's chase group as well. Glenn Flint continues to pull away in the men's race. He wants as much of a lead as possible when he hits the roads of rural Wisconsin. 50 meters behind is the age grouper Jonathan McLeod, number 283, from Cologne, Minnesota. He's followed by number 373, Eric Severson from Madison. In fourth, pro Jamie Cleveland, a Canadian living in Austin, Texas. And then number 347, Dwayne Dobko, another Canadian but a resident of Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We'll now be right back with more of the swim from Ironman Wisconsin.
Does a paradise like this really exist on Earth? It does. And we have a book that brings it all to life. It's called Islands of Aloha. It's nonfiction, and it's one of a kind, just like Hawaii itself. To get a free copy, visit gohawaii.com or call toll-free.
The Ironman. For 25 years, people like you have taken a journey to answer the question, what am I made of? Passion, courage, determination. The Ironman. To simply finish is a remarkable personal victory. Ordinary people, extraordinary achievements. Ironman. Anything is possible.
This is Labatt Blue, the clean, crisp lager imported daily from Canada. Its refreshing, honest taste comes from a...
Sorry, my bad. I got carried away a little. We're gonna need another blue over here. This one's spilled. Can we get another blue, please? Cold, like this one.
Starting a small business takes a burning entrepreneurial spirit, a singular, bold vision, the courage to fight an endless uphill battle. But that's not all you need. Oh, no.
We need some furniture.
Not to mention the tools to manage your cash flow. That's why you need the Visa business card, because Jules Seltzer Furniture, like many other places, doesn't accept any card from American Express.
I love these chairs.
Visa Business, it's everywhere you want to be. Get started at visa.com.
This is Phil Liggett welcoming you back to beautiful Lake Monona in Madison, Wisconsin, the site of the 2002 Ironman Wisconsin. As the swimmers near the end of the second lap, Glenn Flint is maintaining a 30-metre lead over his nearest competitor, Jonathan McLeod. Flint exits the water, laying down a very impressive swim time of 48 minutes and 15 seconds. Jonathan McLeod is next out in 49 minutes, but loses his footing and is passed by Dwayne Dobko, who actually exited the water 3 seconds behind him. Now it's a matter of who can strip their wetsuit off first and get moving out of transition. Ashore in fourth is Eric Severson, posting a 49.23 swim time. He's followed by Jamie Cleveland and then Chris Lieto. The first woman out is Linda Gallo with a time of 50 minutes and 2 seconds. Surprisingly, she passed Wendy Ingram in the second lap. She'll have her work cut out though, as Wendy is a tough competitor and doesn't like being second in the swim. Wendy is out just a little over a minute behind Gallo. In the men, Glenn Flint is still in the lead. However, he spent almost 6 minutes going through transition. Number 2021, Christina McDonough, is the third woman out of the water. Having passed McLeod, Dobko and Severance in transition, Jamie Cleveland is showing the experience of a pro, as he is next on the bike and only 23 seconds behind Flint. Number 20, Chris Lieto, has also negotiated T1 very quickly and is 42 seconds off the leader. And Dwayne Dobko is out in fourth. So the standings after the men's swim are Glenn Flint of Canada in first with a time of 48.15, followed by Jonathan McLeod and Dwayne Dobko. Linda Gallo is in the women's lead, but it took her almost 7 minutes to get through transition. Wendy Ingram has flown through transition and is now only 10 seconds behind Gallo. Don't ever count out age and experience. Chris Lee is the next man to his bike, 4 minutes and 15 seconds after Flint. A nice easy mount, and Lee is off for his 112-mile journey. Wisconsin Heather Golnick leaves transition 2 minutes 22 seconds behind Gallo. While Christina McDonough finds herself in fourth, almost 4 minutes behind the leader. So the standings after the women's swim are Linda Gallo in first with a time of 50.02, Wendy Ingram is second, McDonough in third, Golnick fourth, and Tracy Baker in fifth. Out on the road in the men's race, Glenn Flint is still ahead. But Chris Lieto and Jamie Cleveland are coming up fast. Being in the lead on the bike can be a very uneasy feeling. especially when you know you have two pros riding right behind you. One of the pros being Chris Lieto, who had the fastest bike split at the Ironman half Ironman a month ago. The other, Jamie Cleveland, the 2000 Ironman Florida champion. In the women's race, Wendy Ingram has passed Linda Gallo, and now the crafty veteran is alone in the lead. Just getting on her bike is Yoko Okuda from Japan. She's known as a weak swimmer, but is powerful on the bike and a fantastic runner. Yoko is 10 minutes 6 seconds behind Ingram.
Does a paradise like this really exist on Earth? It does. And we have a book that brings it all to life. It's called Islands of Aloha. It's nonfiction, and it's one of a kind, just like Hawaii itself. To get a free copy, visit gohawaii.com or call toll-free.
Is for performance. It's for every yard, every minute, every second. N is for dedication. It's for sticking to your principles. N is for technology, not gimmickry. N is for shoes that fit better, because shoes that fit better perform better.
Darn it! Time out! Hey! Why are you shaking me off?
I want to bring the heat up to announce my presence with authority.
To announce your what?
To announce my presence with authority.
Announce your presence with authority? This guy's a first ball fastball hitter. He's looking for heat.
Oh, yeah? So what? He ain't seen my heat.
All right, meat. Give me heat.
Baseball tonight, all season long on ESPN and ESPN2.
Pressure and stress that parents faced, 20, 30 years ago.
If you're looking for a higher quality cabinet, visit Creative Designs Plus in Brighton. Creative Designs Plus offers Michigan-made semi-custom cabinets from Pioneer. Pioneer Cabinets offers the high quality and functionality of custom cabinets at a more affordable price. All Pioneer cabinets feature a solid wood dovetail drawer box and a 3-year warranty. Creative Designs Plus is located at 321 West Main Street in Brighton.
Tonight, 3 cool reasons to keep it on Comcast Digital Cable. At 8, catch up-to-the-minute sports scores on ESPN News. At 9, plunge into Science of the Deep on the Science Channel. And at 10, it's the Fast and the Furious on Encore Action. It's all cool, all night, only on Comcast Digital Cable. If you don't have it, get it at 1-888-900-2424.
The 2002 Ironman Wisconsin is brought to you by Oahe, the Islands of Aloha. And New Balance, Achieve. The competitors have left Madison with Wendy Ingram holding the lead on the bike for the first 17 miles of the 112. However, hard-charging local favourite Heather Golnick has now moved up into second. In a surprising third place, racing in the 25 to 29 age group is number 1,797, Kirsty Narju from Ontario, Canada. But look out, here comes the cycling samurai from Nagano, Japan, Yoko Okuda. She has already made up 3 minutes of her deficit to Ingram. Riding briskly through the Wisconsin cornfields in the men's race is Chris Lieto in pursuit of early leader Glenn Flint. Lieto has Flint in his sights, rides him down, and now moves into first place. Flint's excellent swim time of 48 minutes 15 seconds gave Glenn the early lead, and a spot in the Ironman Wisconsin record books, at least for a year. In third is Jamie Cleveland. He seems to be pacing himself for a fast second lap. The meteorologist from Philadelphia, Cecily Tynan, has made it out of the water with a swim time of 1 hour 19:45. While training for Ironman, she always wondered why her Ironman friends were so interested in the weather.
I have a friend who's really into biking, and she would call me about the forecast and want to know specifically, what time is it going to rain? What will the winds be? And I never knew why she wanted to know exactly. And then I realized that when you're swimming or you're biking, running you can do in the rain, but swimming and biking, you really need to know what the weather is. So yeah, I'm definitely at an advantage.
Well, Cecily will have to stay sharp today as the age group she is racing is very competitive. Andrew Rankin is also out on the bike course. This is Andy's first full Ironman, and this month marks the 4th anniversary of his diagnosis with leukemia. As hard as today will be, it'll be nothing compared to the last 4 years. Wendy Ingram has competed in 27 Ironman events in an illustrious career. After the Hawaii Championships in 2001, she decided it was time to just have fun competing. It looks like she is thoroughly enjoying the lead right now. Compared to Wendy, everyone is a rookie, but Heather Golnick wants to see how hard she can push the legend. Age grouper Kirsty Narju is still holding on to 3rd place, a remarkable feat considering the competition. 30-year-old Yoko Okuda is overcoming the handicap of an horrendous swim and now is flying through the Wisconsin countryside. Chris Lieto, who trains with Wendy Ingram and another Ironman legend, Julie Moss, is extending his lead as he roars through the early autumn scene set. 30-year-old Canadian Jamie has been stalking Glenn Flint for the past 35 miles. He passes his fellow Canadian and moves on in pursuit of Chris Lieto, still 5 minutes ahead. Chris Lee of Australia had a terrible swim but has moved into 4th and in fact is the only cyclist gaining on Lieto. Lieto has had a great year cycling. In May he had the fastest bike split at Wildflower and just a month ago set a course record at the Vineman Half Ironman. Fans are on the course in abundance. Well, the athletes always say that they like to get into the local culture. Welcome to Wisconsin, Jamie and Glenn. As they continue, stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Okay, let's do it.
First up, surveillance cams. Laser grid next. Now, the tough one. The floor is heat sensitive.
Re-engineered degree for men. An extra kick of protection. Every time you need it.
This is too easy.
Oh, one more thing. Attack dogs.
New degree for men. Kicks in the clutch.
The Ironman. For 25 years, people like you have taken a journey to answer the question, what am I made of? Passion, courage, determination. The Ironman. To simply finish is a remarkable personal victory. Ordinary people, extraordinary achievements.
Timex, a proud sponsor of Ironman.
Okay. I'll take Chris's buddy. You play net?
Why not?
Look up, see blue. Labatt.
Welcome back to the 2002 Ironman Wisconsin. Leader Chris Lieto's early season tendon injury doesn't look like it's affecting him today. Second place Jamie Cleveland has been hindered by injuries since his breakthrough year of 2000. He's looking sharp today though, and hopefully has everything back in place. Glenn Flint has been passed by both Lieto and Cleveland, and now a charging Chris Lee moves up to take over third place. Chris is the only person out of the 1,800-plus field making up time on Lieto. Wendy Ingram has battled competitors from all over the world. Today her competition is local from Wisconsin.
I think I have the best track record out there at this point, but these girls are young. They don't have the experience under their belt. They see these older women come in, like they're gonna win. I know there's a girl who actually wasn't at the press conference, Heather, who raced at half Ironman. She's a tough girl. Now, how she'll do an Ironman distance, who knows? It'll be her first one. But it's like, hey, it could be anyone's day, and that's in any circumstance, even in Hawaii.
Heather Golnick from Hartwood, Wisconsin is showing the determination of a veteran and not any of the doubts you may expect from an Ironman rookie. She catches Wendy on one of the rolling hills and accelerates right past her. Wendy doesn't respond, so now occupies second. Without any fanfare, Kirsty Narju rides along, still in third. Yoko Okuda has gradually been eating away at Kirsty's third place position though, and keeps closing in. Although the sun is climbing in the sky, the early autumn temperatures are staying right around 67 degrees. It's a perfect day for racing. In the front of the men's race, it appears that Chris Lieto wants to spend the day all alone. While Jamie Cleveland, still riding in second, would love to give Lieto some company. But don't forget Chris Lee. The man from down under has caught Cleveland for second, and now with a casual "good day, mate," moves on in search of Lieto and the lead. Heather Golnick knows this course and is anticipating a downhill. She uses that knowledge now to extend her lead. Wendy, however, seems to be looking for a second wind, or perhaps a better gear. Behind, Yoko has caught Kirsty, and now the marathon specialist wants to move into third. Close to 2,000 competitors are spread across 112 miles of the bike course through the Wisconsin countryside. Everyone is now concerned about hydration and nutrition, including the race leader. These are planned feedings, all planned long before the race began. Chris Lee has an excellent cadence going and now psychs himself for the chore at end. Catch Lieto. Cleveland, now in third, has seen both Lieto and Lee disappear and knows he can't give up any more time to the leaders. In the chase group, right behind Cleveland, is strong runner and Ironman veteran Christophe Bouquet. Heather can hear the cheers now from local fans. It's great to have the home field advantage. Nearing the halfway point, Wendy is still falling back, but seems in good spirits. Yoko is still in third, but slowly and surely gaining on Wendy. The town of Verona is both the halfway point of the bike and party central for the spectators. Here's Greg Welsh in Verona.
Well, Iron Mania has certainly hit Wisconsin in a big way. We started down in Madison with the swim this morning, but right now we're 15 miles outside of Madison in Verona. This is the start of the second loop of 2 bike loops, 56 miles. The big news on the men's side, Chris Lieto from Danville, California leads Chris Lee of Australia by 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Jamie Cleveland of Canada is third place right now, 8 minutes and 30 seconds down. But the news on the women's side is that Wisconsin's own Heather Golnick leads Ironman legend Wendy Ingram by 6 minutes and 15 seconds. But Yoko Okuda, by way of Australia and Japan, is hunting these girls down. She's within 9 minutes now, and look out for her on the run.
Thanks, Greg. So, as he said, Jamie Cleveland, now over 8 minutes back, is just trying to hold everything together for the run. Chris Lee knows he is a better runner than Lieto, and at the last split was only 3.5 minutes behind. On the other hand, Lieto knows his bike time is crucial and puts the hammer down to try and extend his lead going into the run.
The bike course, I feel, is a good course for me. There are some hard hills, there's as far as some good wind out there, but I think it's going to be a fast course for me, I hope, but I'm not going to go out too hard. My goal today, as far as this weekend, is to have a good race throughout and to have a good run. So going out and being smart in my bike ride, but I think that with this course, I think that's going to be one of my strengths and hopefully be able to come off with a little bit of a lead.
Well, Chris's strategy seems to be working better than imagined. He's gained time over Lee. For Cecily Tynan, winning was never an option. She came here for 2 reasons. First, to wear the Ironman Finishers Medal for the first time, and second, to grab one of the 80 qualifying slots for the 25th anniversary event in Hawaii in October. For Andrew Rankin, it is more than anyone can ever dream of.
If you would have told me a few years ago while I was playing football that you're going to be a triathlete down the road and football is going to come to an end, I would have told you were crazy. But I did a couple of century rides, did some short triathlons, then built up to an international triathlon, and did a half Ironman, and actually had a lot of bad experiences with my first few triathlons. I wasn't training right. But eventually got it right, got it under control, and the challenge of it, of not doing well, kept bringing me back to the sport. This being a big month as far as my health goes, I couldn't think of a better way to end it all than by doing an Ironman.
Okay, let's do it.
First up, surveillance cams. Laser grid next. Now, the tough one. The floor is heat sensitive.
Re-engineered degree for men. An extra kick of protection. Every time you need it.
This is too easy.
Oh, one more thing. Attack dogs.
New degree for men. Kicks in the clutch.
This is Labatt Blue, the clean, crisp lager imported daily from Canada. Its refreshing, honest taste comes from a...
Sorry, my bad. I got carried away a little. We're gonna need another blue over here. This one's spilled. Can we get another blue, please? Cold, like this one.
Okay, people. Here at Arby's, we roast our beef in ovens, right in the store so it's fresh, juicy, not greasy, which means we have to respect the ovens and the oven mitt. So we don't want to repeat it yesterday now, do we? Oh! Get it off! It's heavy! Oh! Got it?
Try the oven goodness of Arby's new Italian beef and provolone with beef marinated in Italian seasonings.
What are you eating today?
The 2002 Ironman Wisconsin is brought to you by the Sports Authority. Get out and play. And Oahu, the islands of Aloha. And Timex, it takes a licking but keeps on ticking. In the lead, a very calm and collected Chris Lieto eases down the bike course towards the city of Madison and the bike-to-run transition. While Chris Lee fuels his body and plans his strategy for the 26.2-mile marathon. Running third, Jamie Cleveland passes through Verona for the last time to the cheers of the great Wisconsin fans. Women's leader Heather Golnick is maintaining her lead as she now heads to the last bike turnaround. As usual, very loose and carefree, Wendy Ingram seems to be knuckling down, hoping to put pressure on Golnick. Third place, Yoko Okuda has been gaining on Wendy over the past 70 miles, and remember, Yoko's speciality is the run. Here he comes. Chris Lieto comes into transition looking like he's just been out for a training ride. His bike time, 4:43.13. Approaching Madison, but 9 minutes back, is Chris Lee. It's a large gap between he and Lieto, but definitely not insurmountable. A fast time in transition's important, but being organised and making sure everything is perfect is imperative. Chris checks and double checks and then is away. Jamie just doesn't seem to have it today. It appears now that he's in a race for third place. Lieto is out of transition and begins his last 26.2-mile leg, passing the Wisconsin State Capitol building. And as Lieto leaves, Lee arrives. Normally an excellent cyclist, Chris lost almost 6 minutes to Lieto on the bike. As Chris Lieto negotiates the course, he passes through Camp Randall Gate, heading out. After his great swim, Jamie Cleveland couldn't hold on in the bike, and now is faced with the daunting task of holding off a pack, gaining on him from behind. Chris Lee is now out on the course. He knows if everything works in his favour, he can catch Lieto, even though Lieto has a 9-minute advantage. Germany's Andre Wiesig rides into fourth place with a bike time of 5 hours, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. If Jamie has anything left in those legs, he'll need it. 26 miles to go. So the men's standings after the bike, Chris Lieto is first, followed by Lee, Cleveland, Wiesig and Kurt. 2003 is Ironman's 25th anniversary. To help celebrate this, here's a little bit about how it all began.
A moment in Ironman history, brought to you by New Balance. The date was February 14th, 1977. Naval Commander John Collins, his wife Judy, and some friends from the Naval Shipyard at Pearl Harbor were having their perennial argument. Who were the fittest athletes? Swimmers, runners, or cyclists?
Your runners claim you're in better shape, but you can't do it in the water. We've got one for you. We're going to do the Waikiki Rough Water Swim, 2.4 miles. We'll start off on the Round the Island bike race, 115 miles. We'll knock 3 miles off of it. because that puts us at Aloha Tower, the starting spot for the Honolulu Marathon. About 140 miles. We're going to do it all in one day. That's right. And whoever falls across the finish line first, we'll call him the Ironman.
In all, 15 competitors started. 12 finished, with Gordon Haller being crowned the first Ironman. This has been a moment in Ironman history, brought to you by New Balance. The Ironman. For 25 years, people like you have taken a journey to answer the question, what am I made of? Passion, courage, determination. The Ironman. To simply finish is a remarkable personal victory. Ordinary people, extraordinary achievements. Timex, a proud sponsor of Ironman.
Don't tell me you put that in.
Yeah.
I gotta see this.
How sure are you about your wiring skills? Come into Ace. We'll show you how to get the job done right. Ace, the helpful place.
To the Fox Theater, Friday, April 11th. It's the Game Time Tour, featuring the hottest R&B and rap artists in the business. Young and talented, it's Little Romeo,
Youngest soldier, I got the game, did it.
Solange, Tyron, Lil D, and Little Tights. Get your tickets at the following locations or charged by phone. The Game Time Tour, Friday, April 11th in the Fox. The time is here. The time is now.
With more weight low and deep and the highest COR in golf, the Wilson Deep Red irons are the hottest around. Maybe a little too hot. Wilson Deep Red, available at Carl's Golfland.
At Carl's Golfland, all we do is golf. That's why our expert staff, huge in-stock selection, and award-winning service are the best you'll find anywhere. All that, and we still guarantee the lowest price on every item we sell. How do we do it? Simple. When all you do is golf, you do golf best.
This is Phil Liggett welcoming you back. The weather remains perfect as the inaugural 2002 Ironman Wisconsin continues. In the women's race, Heather Golnick, in her first Ironman as a professional, took over the lead over 3 hours ago now and has been dominant ever since. Ironman veteran Wendy Ingram is in second, but has to make up a 10-minute 15-second deficit. Wendy, known for her competitiveness and comeback ability, will have to reach deep to pull this one out of the bag. Going through the last aid station before transition, third place Yoko Okuda is only a little over 6 minutes behind Ingram. Heather Golnick arrives at the bike to run transition with an excellent bike time of 5:26:37. Chris Lieto has held the men's lead for over 100 miles. Chris has been great at the half Ironman distance, but can he keep it together now for the full Ironman? And the Aussie Chris Lee has to make up 6 minutes and 32 seconds.
It's a tough race. I think people are going to underestimate the course a little bit, but personally I'm just going to take in the same tactics that I took into Canada, and I mean, I felt good there. I raced conservatively, and that's how I want to do it here. I mean, we know the race doesn't start until probably the last quarter of the bike ride in the marathon, so I just want to have something in reserve. And I mean, I know I can run, and that's one frustrating thing for me is I've never put out a good run in an Ironman, and that's what I want to do for this race.
Well, Chris is certainly on the move. He's increased his time over Jamie Cleveland, who has turned this into a training day. The Olympics are not far off. Heather Golnick, responding to the home support, is out on the marathon course. She'll get to run past the Wisconsin Capitol building twice more on her way to the finish. Off her bike in second place, posting a 5:41.12 over the 112-mile course, is Wendy Ingram. With the bright sun shining down, the 67-degree temperature is deceptively cool. But no matter how cool it seems, hydration is still a necessity. Nearly 2 miles behind, Ingram is just starting her run, but Wendy is a unique athlete. Can she catch the young rookie now? Maybe Wendy should be more worried about who is behind her. Yoko Okuda started the bike 10 minutes back, but with a 5:36.28 bike time, she has cut that deficit considerably. Kirsty Narju pulls in right behind Okuda with a very respectable time of 5:41.14. So the women's standings after the bike are Heather Golnick is the leader with an overall time of 6:26.10. She's 12 minutes 7 seconds over Ingram and 17 over Okuda of Japan. Chris Lieto is almost 13 miles into his marathon and beginning to feel the pressure. Even though he can't see Lee, he knows he's back there and on the move. As he has proven in the past, Chris Lee is not opposed to leaving everything on the course, and today is not different. Chris is now only 2:18 down. Cleveland has dropped back further and finds himself in a battle for the last pro slot available for Hawaii. Golnick runs through Camp Randall Stadium, now the home of the Wisconsin Badgers. It was once a training center for troops during the Civil War. Ingram is still in the hunt for the lead, but in reality knows this is probably a race now for second. Yoko Okuda has closed the gap behind Ingram to just over 5 minutes with 22 miles to run. Over 1,800 athletes entered the water just over 8 hours ago, so stay with us for the finish of the inaugural Ironman Wisconsin.
The Ironman. For 25 years, people like you have taken a journey to answer the question, what am I made of? Passion, courage, determination. The Ironman. To simply finish is a remarkable personal victory. Ordinary people, extraordinary achievements. Ironman. Anything is possible.
Okay, let's do it.
First up, surveillance cams. Laser grid next. Now, the tough one. The floor is heat sensitive.
Re-engineered degree for men. An extra kick of protection. Every time you need it.
This is too easy.
Oh, one more thing. Attack dogs.
New degree for men. Kicks in the clutch.
Okay. I'll take Chris's buddy. You play net?
Why not?
Look up, see blue. Labatt Blue.
At a giant store that sells anything, you might find yourself a lawn tractor. But you'll also find Timmy.
Awesome!
At your neighborhood dealer, you'll get a friendly face, expert advice, great service, and the outstanding performance of Simplicity and Snapper products. Powered by Briggs & Stratton engines. So visit your neighborhood dealer and prepare to be impressed.
Awesome.
The marathon is winding down here at the 2002 Ironman Wisconsin. Chris Lieto took the early lead on the bike and has held it now for over 7 hours. Pounding the pavement behind is Chris Lee. Once behind by over 6 minutes, he's closed in to just 1:10. Cleveland's struggles continue. He still holds third, but has a group of strong runners closing down on him. So far, it is all Heather Golnick. She is in the lead by over 15 minutes, and unless something drastic goes wrong, this will be her day. Wendy Ingram had the lead on the bike, lost it to Golnick, and now is in a battle to hold on to second. While Okuda has had a strong marathon so far, and now running easily, is only seconds behind Wendy Ingram. Chris Lee too has closed to within seconds of Lieto with less than 5 miles to run. Running beneath the Capitol Dome, Heather Golnick has reached the halfway point of the marathon. 13.1 miles to go. Yoko Okuda has been dogging Ingram for the last 2 miles, and now she's poised to take over that second place. Lee has made a valiant effort in his pursuit of Lieto, but a chronic stomach problem has taken its toll. It appears that his chance for victory is over for the day. Realizing that the threat from Lee is over, Chris Lieto relaxes and looks towards his first full Ironman victory. But unlike Lieto, Wendy Ingram cannot hold off Okuda and drops now to third as Yoko storms by on her way to the halfway point in the run. Camp Randall Arch on the campus of the University of Wisconsin is a long-standing symbol of pride, a pride that all of these athletes will share today. One of them being Cecily Tynan. In the past, she has run a sub-3-hour marathon. She will need that today in hopes of claiming a spot in Hawaii. While, like many, Andy Rankin is just starting his marathon, but unlike the others, it is just amazing he is starting the marathon at all. Here comes a man with 2 firsts today. Chris Lieto will win his first full Ironman, and he will also be the first winner of Ironman Wisconsin. He took the lead early on the bike, extended it over the 112 miles of the bike course, and then fought off a hard-charging Chris Lee in the marathon. It truly has been a great day for Chris Lieto, the inaugural winner of the Ironman Wisconsin. We can now go to Greg Welsh with Chris at the finish.
First-time Ironman champion Chris Lieto, you must be just elated.
I'm so excited. It's such a great day. The crowd here is amazing.
Chris, today you were pressured all the way on the run by Chris Lee of Australia. Tell us how you were feeling. Did you feel pressured like halfway in the run?
Actually, I felt a little pressure on the bike as well. I know Chris Lee was at one point just a few minutes back, and I knew I had to put it in a little bit harder throughout the bike, and I knew I gained a little bit more time. And he's such a great runner, and I just wanted to keep it going a little bit, and I just tried to keep a steady pace, and it paid off, definitely.
Well, characteristically, Lee put it all on the line during the run and came up this time just a little short. Chris finishes in second with a time of 8:51.46. And Christophe Bouquet passed Jamie Cleveland for third. He finishes with a time of 9:06.18. Cleveland drops to fourth, but will garner a qualifying spot for Hawaii. His time, 9:11.45. A sprint to the finish brings a 5th place finish to Peter Cotland. This is what Ironman is all about, giving everything. The final standings in the 2002 Ironman Wisconsin are Chris Lieto of the US in first with a time of 8:46.30. Australian Lee second, Bouquet of France is third, and Cleveland makes fourth. Local hero Heather Golnick has received the cheers of the partisan Wisconsin crowd all day. As has indeed Yoko Okuda. 50,000 plus fans came out today to cheer on every competitor and give every one of them a warm welcome from America's heartland. Wendy Ingram, showing signs of fatigue, still holds third. Heather Golnick shows absolutely no signs of fatigue as she cartwheels down the final stretch. The 2002 Ironman Wisconsin Women's Champion, Heather Golnick. And we can go back to Greg with Heather.
Heather, you entered this sport as a duathlete. Today is a triathlon. You see yourself winning an Ironman. How does that feel?
Incredible. Unbelievable. A dream come true.
Heather, you're from Wisconsin. I mean, the crowd here was huge, and they were just chanting your name all day long. How does it feel to bring it home to Wisconsin? Wisconsin for the crowd?
Great. I really wanted to win this for Wisconsin. I'd pass a lot of people and they'd say, do it for Wisconsin. So, feels great.
A battling Yoko Okuda of Nagano, Japan comes home in 10 hours 13:53. While an exhausted but gracious Wendy Ingram is third in 10:19:57. So the women's final standings are Heather Golnick of the US, 9:54.54 ahead of Yoko Okuda of Japan, Wendy Ingram, Tina Paulson and Jan Gunter. Cecily Tynan, the meteorologist from Philadelphia, certainly didn't have to worry about the weather here today. What can you say about a guy named Andy Rankin? One word: fantastic. Cecily Tynan finishes in 11 hours 25 seconds, a great personal victory, but sadly misses Oahe by less than 2 minutes. And on they come. A race that started over 11 hours ago has seen the sun rise and set, and evening turn to night as the now 1,726 athletes head towards the finish. Competitors have come to Madison from 25 countries and 47 states, all for the opportunity to be called Ironman. Congratulations, Kimberly Dixon. You are an Ironman. He wanted to slap cancer in the face. Well, Andy Rankin, just a short distance to go. Ironman all. Yes, you, Dana Burke-Bueller, and you, Kim Schwab, as well as you, 51-year-old Clyde Kimball. And you too, 24-year-old Andy Rankin. 4 years ago, diagnosed with leukemia, and 2 years since your last chemo, you're truly an Ironman.
My girlfriend's classroom put together a card from each student. And they said all kinds of wonderful things like, you're my hero, and that really got me through it. That was pretty cool. And then, thinking back of other things I've been through, this is nothing compared to that. It's awesome. It's a great experience.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.